Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Sallallahu alayka ya Sayyidi wa Mawlaya ya Rasulallah. Sallallahu alayka ya Sayyidi wa Mawlaya ya Aba Abdullah. We continue on our journey through the pages of Karbala, on the path of those who showed their love for Husayn and Rabbul Husayn. Today, let us remember two companions who were present in Karbala, two friends from the tribe of Bani Asad who were companions in the way of Allah. We honor the beautiful souls of Muslim ibn Awsaja and Habib ibn Madhahir. Let us take our hearts to the night of Ashura and let us imagine the scene of all the companions gathered around their beloved Imam, the ruthless army surrounding them, their throats burning with thirst, their eyes brimming with tears, their prayer mats open, as they spent that night sharpening their swords and constantly reminding themselves that their only goal is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is narrated, on this heavy night, Imam al-Husayn gathers his companions and tells them, "O my faithful friends, the army are only after my blood. You can all go. I permit you." Upon hearing this, there was chaos and a sense of uneasiness filled the tent. They all rose up in defense and cried out, "May we be ransom for you, Mawla. How can you think for a moment that we would desert you in this hour?" Muslim ibn Awsaja stands amongst the crowd and calls out, "Shall we forsake you? Then when we go to the presence of the Almighty, what excuse shall we present to Him regarding the fulfillment of your rights? No, by Allah, I shall pierce this lance of mine in the hearts of the enemies, and if no weapon remains with me to fight with them, I shall attack them with stones. By Allah, we shall not lift our hands off you, Mawla, until it is proved to Allah that we have honored the regard of the Prophet in respect of you." The master of the martyrs, Abu Abdullah, has tears in his eyes hearing this and smiles. "I know of no companions more superior and righteous than my companions." Both Muslim and Habib had escaped the city of Kufa when Muslim ibn Aqil was killed, and they began their journey to join the Imam in secret ever since. They had travelled all this way despite the danger, and they reached their beloved Imam. In some narrations it is said that on the day of Ashura, as the battle began, the enemies realized that they could not continue with single combat, for the companions of Husayn were too skilled and too determined to fight till their last breath. Amr ibn Hajjaj orders a collective attack on Muslim. He fights his hardest, but when the dust settles, they see a man fatally wounded on the ground. It was the dying soul of Muslim ibn Awsaja who was about to meet his Lord. Our Imam sees this and runs to him along with Habib ibn Madhahir. The Imam whispers into his ears, "O Muslim, may Allah have mercy on you." His friend Habib ibn Madhahir comes close to him and consoles him. "O Muslim, your death is difficult for me to bear, but be joyful of the reward of paradise." Muslim replies in a faint voice, "May God give you the same reward, Habib." These are the last moments of these two companions who had been together since Kufa. Muslim tells Habib, "May God have mercy on you. I will give you my last testament." He points towards Imam al-Husayn and says, "O Habib, defend this man until you die." O Muslim, you are on your last breath, and yet you are still concerned about your Imam. Our salams upon you, O the lover of Husayn. Habib responds, "By the Lord of the Kaaba, I shall do that." Hearing this, the soul of Muslim leaves this world. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. But what about Habib? What was his fate? He goes out to the battlefield, and like others before him, he begins to recite some poetry. "I am Habib, and my father is Madhahir, O horsemen ignited for combat and war. You may be more in number and quantity, but we have more faith and patience." This childhood friend of Imam fights so bravely despite his age of 75. But how long can an old, tired and thirsty man fight for? A man from Tamim strikes him from behind and he falls to the ground. As he attempts to stand up, he is hit again on the head and is sadly overcome by his enemy. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Husayn runs to the body of his beloved friend Habib and cries out, "It is only to Allah that I surrender myself and my faithful companions." The fate was sealed of these two selfless individuals whose goal was to give their life for their Imam. Our salams upon you both. Assalamu ala al-Husayn wa ala Ali ibn al-Husayn wa ala awlad al-Husayn wa ala ashab al-Husayn
wa ala Ali ibn al-Husayn wa ala أصحاب الحسين. Husayn lives on.